Hey everyone, okay, so today's tutorial is on beauty and beautiful women and what makes somebody beautiful. And I'm not just talking about the outside of the face, I'm talking about the inside as well. So let's just jump right in and let me share with you beautiful people. The first one is Tina Turner. Now, Tina Turner to me just is everything that beauty is, not only on the outside because I think she's absolutely stunning, but on the inside as well. Excuse me, every interview I've seen with her, she exudes this, what's the word? This energy that just draws you in and makes you want to listen. She's incredibly spiritual. I think she's very funny and she always seems very upbeat and very, very positive, considering that she had, you know, a horrendous time in her life way back when. It's just everything about her appeals to me, and I watch her tutorials, I watch the interviews, absolutely mesmerized at the things she comes out with, because her level of honesty I think is so real that it's just, I just think she's beautiful. The next one is Dolly Parton. I think Dolly Parton is absolutely brilliant. The thing I like about her best is she's funny. She's really, really funny. I think she's absolutely beautiful inside and out. I watched an interview with her a long time ago, and she said that when she was very small, her mother took her out and she saw a hooker. And when she saw her, she was like, that's how I want to look, to her mother. And her mother was like, she's trash, darling. But you get the point. She had a vision of how she wanted to look, and she strove for that vision and she achieved it. And she's very, very open about the surgery that she's had done. And I think that there's something about this that's very commendable. You go from very humble beginnings and build up this empire that you did all by yourself with your own hard work and your own talent. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. And the album Backward Barbies is just amazing. The song Cologne is just beautiful. I love it. I think she is wonderful. Okay, I'm going to talk about Bubs Beauty, also known as Lindy. Now, I got speaking to Bubs about maybe 2 years ago or so. The thing with Lindy is that when you see her on YouTube, it really is what you're getting. Everything that you see is her. The thing I like best about her is her absolute kindness towards me is so nice. It's so refreshing, because in the world of beauty particularly, it's an ugly, ugly world, and people really aren't that kind a lot of the time, and she really is very, very kind. And I messaged her and said that I'm doing this video and I wanted to see what her I wanted to see what her vision of beauty was and what it means to her, and this is what she had to say. So as you can see, she's just lovely, and every single word that I believe, I 100% believe, because it's her. The one thing I think that I really like about her is her sense of humour. She's got quite a dark, quite a sarcastic sense of humour, and I think it's absolutely funny, and I think she's a joy to know, and I'm very, very pleased that I get to converse with her. Julia Davis. Julia Davis is my soulmate. I first saw her on a program called Human Remains, and the episode was called An English Squeak, and I thought it was so funny. And she's from my neck of the woods, so she's got a bit of an accent and a bit of a farmer accent. And when I saw her in 99, the whole thing just, I have a very dark, very acerbic sense of humour, and this, her in general appealed to me instantly. I instantly found her funny, and I just think she's gorgeous. Outside looking, she is beautiful, but on the inside as well, she is, I just think she is, anybody that can make me laugh, I think is beautiful. So she's amazing. Pixie Roos, Sam and Nick. I met Sam and Nick a couple of years ago in person. They were incredibly nice. Now the funny thing about Sam and Nick, particularly Sam, is that when you see them in real life, they are absolutely Amazonian women. They are huge. Now I'm about, and I don't mean fat, I mean huge, really tall. Now in real life, in shoes, I'm about probably 6'2" in shoes. So I'm really quite tall. And Sam was like up to my forehead in her heels. They're really tall, and it's really quite striking to see it. They are incredibly beautiful in real life as well. You have no idea how beautiful they are. Now, I've conversed mostly and talked mostly with Sam. Sam, I think she instantly got me, and it's very, very easy to take me the wrong way because my humor and my delivery of things is very kind of, it's done with a straight face, which oftentimes gets me into trouble, as you might imagine. But she was so kind, and they were so funny, and funny matters to me a lot. And kind of, what's the word to use here? An example is, do you remember when I was trying to alter the background of my room? And this room is a very awkward room to light, and it's very awkward to film in. And I said to Sam, I really, really want some help with this background. I like your background, can you tell me how you did it? Within a matter of an hour, I had an email with the setup, the pictures, and all the places to get the stuff from. Just like that. No ifs or buts, no, well, no, you can't have it. And that kind of kindness you don't really find in the beauty world, especially, because nobody wants to share. And all they do, it's just, I am blown away by the pair of them because they are so nice. And in YouTube, in the world of integrity, the same thing with Lindy Bubs, is that it's gotten polluted, and the reviews and the things that we see aren't always as accurate as you want them to be, and it's not as clear cut. And both Sam and Nick and Lindy, their reviews are very honest and very, very to the point, without there being, you know, they're not false, and I know that for a fact, and that really means a lot to me. So with the Pixie Woos, I just think they're just lovely. I love them. They're amazing. Katie Piper. Now, I'm not going to go into the past on any of this because there's no need. Obviously, there was a terrible incident that occurred with an ex-partner of hers, which resulted in her having incredibly severe burns to her face. The thing with Katie here in the UK, if you've watched it and read it, seen it on TV, this transformation that has taken place, and I know it sounds a bit corny, but she went from being a very, very beautiful girl to being an incredibly beautiful woman, because the strength and courage that it takes to overcome this kind of obstacle my mind is blown when I see her and I watch her, and I get filled up with such emotion, because to go through what she did and come out the way she is now and be the way she is something that I don't think I could do myself, and I have all the respect in the world for her. I think she is the most beautiful woman in the world, and you know, I just think she's wonderful. Okay, so there you go. That is my favorite women in the world, the most beautiful women in the world. I think they're wonderful, and I think it's great that we acknowledge beauty for what it is on the outside, but never forget that what we have inside counts, because you can't really, as the quote says at the beginning, you can't cover up an ugly heart with loads of makeup. We've seen beautiful people all the time, and the second they open their mouth, all that beauty just goes away because they're not nice. And being nice is the first step to becoming more beautiful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Finally, I'm actually going to talk about my mum just really, really quickly. I think my mum is incredibly beautiful. I think, without going into too much detail, we didn't have the best of starts in life. I think we had a lot of issues as we were growing up, and it was a hard time, I think, for both myself and my mother. And now, and I'm going to mention my mother. Now, I'm going to keep it quick because, you know, my mother to me is incredibly beautiful. She is the complete opposite to me. Her humor is completely different to me. Whereas I'm very sharp-witted and quite, you know, she is like, oh phooey, I burned the darn muffins. Whereas I would be effing and blinding. So we're completely different, but my mother is one of the kindest people I know. She does everything she can for other people, and she doesn't ever ask for anything for herself, ever. She never asks for a single thing, and she deserves so much more than what she's gotten in her life, and I pray and I hope and I want so much more for my mother, because she really is one of the loveliest people that I've ever met, and I'm incredibly fortunate enough to be with her and to know her.